Hello, Peter here, your Pinoy accountant. So in this video, magpa-file tayo ng ating annual income tax return and using the newest form, yung 1701-MS. So yung form nito is now available sa panibagong ating EBIR form, itong version 7.9.6. So again, yung 1701-MS are for those who are micro and small taxpayers. So if your annual gross sales, ayan, below 20 million, so you are considered as either small or micro taxpayer or micro or small taxpayers. So, yung example natin today, if you would qualify, I think most of us naman or majority sa atin are uh, will belong to the small and micro taxpayers. So ito, let's fill out. So let's open our EBIR form package 7.9.6. So if hindi nyo pa na-install, may video tayo on how you can install. So yung example natin for today, yung ginawa ko is yung branch code natin is 5 digits. So if gusto nyong maggawa ng panibagong profile, ayan, using with the 5 digits, ayan, gawa lang kayo ng panibagong profile. You can delete your old profile and then create a new one. So input nyo lang ulit yung details na inyong TIN, RDO code, ayan, line of business. So let's start. Ayan, once you inputted your profile, dito tayo sa list of PIR forms. Ayan, so pinili natin. Ito yung the newest form, 1701-MS. So ibig sabihin ng MS ay micro, small taxpayers. So ito, let's select that and then click natin itong fill up na button. Ayan, click nyo. And then okay. Ayan, so once nag-load na, let's fill out yung data na kailangan natin. So for the year, so month 12, ayan. And the year, we are filing for the 2025 na annual income tax return, which is yung deadline pala is this coming May 15 na. So ilang days na lang ay deadline na. So as early as now, ayan, file pa tayo, pwede pa tayong humabol. So ayan, 2025, amend the return, no. Short period return, so no then. Civil status, so piliin nyo kung ano yung applicable sa inyo, single or married. So, if single, ayan, hindi nyo na kailangan magpili ng number 5. If married kayo, pipili kayo either joint yung pag-filing nyo separately or not applicable if yung spouse nyo has no income. So, may video din tayo yan actually yung example natin if ever you would file jointly and kung separately naman, hindi nyo na kailangan ilagay yung details ng spouse niyo. If jointly, yung details ng income ng spouse nyo, kailangan nyo ilagay dito sa same na form. So, let's proceed. So, part 1, the taxpayer or filer and spouse information. So, i-double check nyo lang ano yung mga details na wala pang data. Ayan, number 6, yung TIN, ayan, nandyan na. Number 7 RDO code, 39. Taxpayer's name, nandyan na. Email, contact number. So, ayan. So, let's proceed. Number 11, source of income. So, yung example natin for today, si Monkey D. Luffy ay may business. Yan, nagbebenta ng mga One Piece na merchandise, yung mga shirt. Ayan. So, yung source of income niya is income from business. And then number 12, ayan. So, dito na tayo. Example natin for today pala is itemized deduction. And pag itemized deduction kayo, ayan, graduated income tax rates yung pipiliin natin. So, ayan. So, number 13, 14, 15, 16. So, hindi to applicable sa atin. In most cases, applicable yan. For example, exempt yung income tax nyo if you are BMBE. So, yung sample natin for today is hindi naman BMBE. So, let's proceed. 17. Ayan, methods of deduction. Itemize tayo for today. Ayan, ipiliin nyo. And then, let's proceed. So, 18. Ayan, automatic na siyang naglagay ng alphanumeric tax code. So that is the II-012 business income graduated IT rates. And let's proceed. Part 2, total income tax payable. So hindi pa to, wala pang details dito because wala pa tayong data na na-input for our sales and our expenses. So ito, reminder lang, ayan, walang centavo sa ating income tax return. So pag 49 centavos pababa, ayan, kailangan yung i-drop down. Pag ano naman 50 centavos and pataas, I mean, kailangan nyo i-round up to the nearest whole number. So, ito, let's proceed. Page 2, click nyo lang yung next button. Ayan. And then, hanapin natin. So, letter A, so compensation income to if ever, mixed income earner kayo. Ayan, you can put your details dito ng inyong compensation. So, in our example, wala naman tayong compensation. Let's proceed. Uh, Letter B, ayan, taxable business income. So, ang example natin, again, itemized deduction. So, dito tayo, number 5, fill out natin yung sales natin, revenues, and fees. So, may hinanda akong Excel file. So, yung nire-recommend ko is you make your income tax computation ahead using Excel or spreadsheet so that accurate yung mga data na mai-input natin. So, ito yung hinanda natin na income tax computation. Yung sales natin, gross sales, ayan, 2,195,000. So, yung ilalagay natin dito is 2,195,000. Ayan. And then sales returns, 109,750. 109,750. Ayan. So, yung nakaganda dito, nasa EBIR form na automatic yan ang kino-compute yung mga, ano natin dito, figures. So, yung net sales natin is 2,085,250. And then less natin yung ating cost of sales or cost of goods sold or cost of services. So, ayan, applicable lang yan pag kayo ay itemized deductions. So, yung ating cost of sales, ayan, 1,097,500. 1,097,500. So, that would give us itong gross income na 987,750. So, let's proceed. So, dito tayo sa deductions allowable under existing laws. So, yung mga common sa atin is yung mga operating expenses natin that are ordinary, ayan, necessary, and may mga valid invoices. Pag walang, hindi siya necessary, hindi siya ordinary, at walang invoice, ayan, hindi natin siya pwedeng mag-claim as allowable itemized deduction. So, 10A tayo. So, yung iba dito is hindi naman to applicable sa atin itong mga special allowable itemized deduction and the NOLCO. So, hindi to applicable sa atin. So, ito, i-click nyo itong view details. So, iisa-isahin nating input yung mga category ng ating expenses. So, ito, add row kayo. So, dito, ilagay nyo lang. So, yung, balikan natin yung ating Excel. So, sa Excel natin, ayan, ito yung mga operating expenses natin or our ordinary allowable itemized deductions. So, yung mga category na to is binase ko lang dun sa 1701, yung annual income tax return. So, rental, ayan, salaries, wages and allowances, taxes and licenses, and the other expenses. So, ito yung mga i-copy natin dun sa ating 1701-MS. So, balik tayo sa ating form. So, first is itong rental. Ayan, you can just copy and paste. And then the amount, ayan, 240,000. 240,000. And then add row ulit kayo. Ano pa yung mga expenses ninyo? So, ayan, salaries, wages, and allowances. So, you can also type salaries, wages, and allowances. So, input nyo yung amount. The amount is 180,000. 180,000. Ayan, and then add row ulit kayo. So, third is taxes and licenses for 20,000. Ayan, taxes and licenses, 20,000. Ayan, and then the last one, ayan, kung wala yung category dyan, you can put their other expenses. Pwede yung i-lump sa other expenses and itemized deduction naman tayo. So, yung required tayo mag-submit ng financial statement. So, you can ano naman yung details ng other expenses niyo, pwede yung ilagay sa notes to your financial statements. So, other expenses natin is, ayan, 188,900. 188,900. Ayan. So, yung total natin ng ating ordinary allowable itemized deduction is 188,900. So, yung next natin is isa-save na natin. Click yung save na button. Ayan, data has been saved successfully. Okay natin. And then, close. Ayan. So, ayan, automatic niyang nilagay yung amount dito. 628,900 for our 10A or our ordinary allowable itemized deduction. So, 10B, again, 0 lang yan. 10C, NOLCO, wala tayong NOLCO or the net operating loss carryover. So, that would give us itong total allowable itemized deductions na 628,900. So, let's proceed. Number 11, dito applicable sa atin. This is for the optional standard deduction. So, yung net income natin, ayan, so 987,750 yung gross income. Less our deductions or the ordinary allowable itemized deduction na 628,900. That would give us the 358,850. That is our net income. or our taxable income. So next natin is the number 13. Ayan, if applicable lang sa inyo other non-operating income in most cases, zero lang naman yan. So if applicable, you can put here yung details kagaya ng expenses natin na mga operating expenses. So in our example, zero lang yan. So that would give us itong taxable income from our business na 358,850. So total taxable income compensation in business is still the same, 358,850 because wala naman tayong compensation. So let's proceed. Ayan, tax rate, hindi to applicable sa atin itong special or preferential rate. Ayan, tax due, this is for the special number 17, hindi dito applicable. 18, ayan, this is for the special and preferential rate. So dito tayo sa 18B, so the total tax due ng compensation in business. So that would give us 16,328. So automatic nyo nang kinumpute. So yung nakaganda dito sa EBIR form, hindi nyo na kailangan manually na i-compute using the graduated tax table. So ito, kinumpute na niya 16,328 yung ating tax due. So let's proceed. B2, hindi to applicable sa atin. This is for the 8%. Ayan. Part 5, computation of tax. So, number 1, the prior year's excess credit. So, i-check yung 2024 niyo na annual income tax return if may mga overpayment kayo. So, usually, kini-carry forward or carry over lang yon to the next taxable year or to the next quarter. So, example natin, zero lang yan. And then tax payments for the first 3 quarters. So, i-check nyo, i-double check yung previously filed din na returns. Ayan, and i-check nyo yung mga proof of payment niyo if nagbayad kayo using MyEG or Maya. So, i-double check nyo kung magkano na yung mga nabayad nyo from your 1701Q or yung quarterly income tax return ninyo, the first quarter, the second quarter, and the third quarter. So, ayan, i-double check ninyo. So, itong number 3, example lang, yung wala pa tayong mga tax payments for the first 3 quarters. So, number 3, yung 2307 nyo, i-check nyo for the first 3 quarters. So, i-double check nyo if may mga 2307 kayo natanggap from your income payer. If wala naman, pwedeng zero lang yung ilagay nyo. So, number 4, ayan, 2307 for the fourth quarter. Ito yung for the fourth quarter. So, this is for your October, November, and December. So, if wala naman, so zero lang yung ilalagay natin. So ayan, hindi to applicable yung 1606, hindi din yan applicable sa atin. So number 5, 2316, hindi to applicable because hindi tayo, wala tayong compensation. Number 6, hindi din applicable because this is not an amended return. So number 7, in most cases, ito number 7, 8, ayan, foreign tax credit, special tax credits, ayan, other tax credits. So hindi to masyado nag-apply. So zero lang yung ilalagay natin. So yan, pag may mga excess credits kayo, 2307, or the prior payments ng quarterly ninyo. So, dito nyo ilalagay sa part 5. In our example, zero lang yan. So, yung number 10 natin is yung total tax credits or payments natin is zero. So, ayan. So, part 6, hindi to applicable sa atin. So, this is for the, ano lang, yung may mga special and preferential or exempt from income tax. So, ayan, let's proceed. Balik tayo sa page 1. So, ito sa page 1, dito sa part 2, the total income tax payable. Ayan, may mga details na nakalagay. Number 19, ayan, dito nag-apply sa atin, 19, 20, and the 21. So, this is for yung may mga special rate or ano, preferential rate. So, dito tayo sa number 22, income tax due regular rate. Ayan, the 16,328. So, yung total income tax due natin is still 16,328. So, number 24, wala naman tayong mga tax credits and payments. So, that is zero. So, yung total tax payable natin for our annual income tax return is 16,328. So, 26, if you would opt na installment kayo. So, in our example, hindi tayo mag-installment. So, that would give us itong amount of tax payable na 16,328. And penalties, ayan. So, within the deadline pa tayo, within allowable period to file pa tayo. So, wala pa tayong penalties. If ever naman beyond May 15 na kayo mag-submit, kailangan nyo talagang dalhin to sa RDO ninyo and sila yung magko-compute ng inyong mga penalties. So, ayan, in our example, zero lang yan. So, yung total amount payable natin is 16,328 and the aggregate amount payable is still 16,328. So, yan yung ating tax due. So, 31, ayan, applicable lang yan. Ito yung sinasabi natin na pag may mga overpayments, so yan yung options niya to be refunded, to be issued tax credit, to be carried over as tax credit for next year or quarter. So, usually ito yung pinipili is to be carried over as tax credit. So in our example, wala naman tayong overpayment. So ayan, so click nyo tong agree and then lagay nyo yung printed name ninyo. Ayan, si Monkey D. Luffy. Ayan, and then ang tin ni Monkey D. Luffy, 0000. Ayan, 0000000. Ayan. So number of attachment, you can just leave it ano lang, 0. If may mga attachments naman kayo, kailangan nyo using the EAFS naman yan or online nyo din isasabit yon. So yung deadline pala ng attachment is still May 15. So klinaro yan ng BIR. The extension, extended na kasi itong annual ITR natin na deadline from April 15, ginawang May 15 yung mga attachments. Then EAFS, using EAFS I mean is May 15 din. So ito, click natin yung validate. Ayan, validation successful. Click natin OK. And then save. Okay. And then i-print ninyo so that you will have, ito yung ina-advise talaga natin. Every time mag-final kayo na submit ng inyong ITR, i-print ninyo so that may copy kayo ng PDF copies. In case gaya na to may panibagong EBIR form, hindi na kayo mag-worry na nasaan ba yung ating mga old files. If ever man mawala, using, pag-install ninyo, I mean. So may mga cases kasi doon, yung sabi nating taxpayers is nawawala yung kanilang mga old na mga na-filed na returns. So yung key talaga dyan is every time mag-file kayo, i-print niyo so that may PDF copies kayo. So, ito, last steps na tayo, submit final copy. Ayan, click yung submit final copy na button. Ayan, so ito din common is, please ensure you have internet and valid email address because doon nila ipapadala sa yung tax return receipt confirmation sa email ad na nakalagay dyan. So, are you sure you want to submit? Ayan, okay. And then the terms of service agreement. Ayan, so click nyo lang okay. So, either unsuccessful, hindi siya successful, or successful. So, click natin okay. Subukan natin because there are some mga comments na yung 1701-MS is hindi daw nila masubmit or laging failed daw. So, ito, subukan natin. Click natin yung okay. Ayan, hintayin natin. So, ito yung common. Your tax return was not submitted. Ayan, due to no internet, slow internet, or overly restrictive firewall. So, yung gagawin natin yan is, kailangan natin i-submit final copy ulit. So, i-double check yung internet niyo. Ayan, resend. Ayan, click nyo OK. And hopefully, ano na, successful. Submit successful. Ayan, submit successful. Ayan, kailangan yung i-screenshot by the way pag nakatanggap kayo ng submit successful because if hindi kayo makaka-receive ng email, you can use this na as your proof of filing. Because others yun, walang mapakita na proof of filing or hindi talaga dumadating sa email nila yung tax return receipt confirmation. So, ayan. So, I suggest or nire-recommend ni BIR is to always take screenshot. Yun nga, because especially now na madaming gumagamit ng EBIR form, so kailangan yung i-screenshot. To screenshot, you can use yung print screen na button sa inyong keyboard and then lalabas tong option ninyo. Ayan. So yung suggestion ko pala is pakita nyo yung sa lower right, yung date, so that at least mas ano siya, mas credible na may date na before the deadline talaga kayo nag-submit. Ayan, may proof of filing talaga kayo. Ayan, print screen nyo ulit. And then piliin nyo itong full screen. Ayan. Ayan, subukan ulit natin. Baka hindi nakita yung date. Print screen. Ah, ayan. Ayan, tingnan natin. Usually, sinesave niya to sa sa folder na screenshot. Tingnan natin if nakita ba yung date. So, ito yung screenshot natin. Ayan, successful naman. Nakita yung date. So, that is May 11 pa naman. So, we're still on time. So, let's proceed. Ayan. So, ayan, click natin OK. And then, from here, ayan, you can pay using online because some other banks, pag yung, this is, 1701-MS. So, pwedeng yung screenshot yung gamitin nyo and you can proceed to your bank to pay your, if ever may mga tax due kayo. Yung 1701Q, there are other banks na hindi tinatanggap yung screenshot because yung I mean yung bank advisory ng BIR, it covers only for the annual income tax return na pwedeng gamitin yung screenshot. So, ayan, So, ano na lang, mas maigi, you can go to your RDO and pwede niyong ipa-verify if successfully na-file niyo ang inyong mga returns. So, ayan. So, yun ang ating video for today. Let's wait sa ating email. So, update ko kayo if ever na-receive natin yung tax return receipt confirmation sa ating email because yun yung common na complaints is walang nare-receive na tax return receipt confirmation. So, usually naman yan within the day, 2 hours, ayun, within the day, you can receive the tax return receipt confirmation email. So, ayun. Yun lang ating video for today. If may mga tanong kayo, just comment down below. And super thank you sa mga nag-like, sa mga nag-subscribe, sa mga nag-comment, nag-share ng ating videos. Ayan, super thank you. And sa mga nag-send ng support, ayan, thank you very much. You can send your support by going to our website, www.pinoyaccountant.com/donate. And if you would want to download may mga templates sa'yo, may mga Excel file, you go to our website, www.pinoyaccountant.com/download. So, yun na ating video. Thank you again and hopefully na lahat tayo is nakapag-submit na ng ating annual income tax return and pati na din yung ating quarterly income tax return. Yung due date is May 15. So, thank you and I'll see you again next time.